women often tend to become critically judgmental in different aspects. Now, how do you move to become more compassionately curious, Babita? Your thoughts on that?
So I wouldn't say it's a move or a sudden transition as much as over time developing a very deep sense of compassion. And compassion is known by many words today, right? We call empathy. We refer to it as empathy. We refer to it as kindness. I personally prefer kindness to compassion, right?
Yes.
Now, this deep sense of kindness or compassion in us is what drives curiosity, right? If I'm compassionate, I want to understand the person across the table, people whose lives I'm influencing by my decisions, right? So that when we act, we are informed and we can make a difference. Now, life stage, experience, as well as change in circumstance or context are very key to these transitions, right? So for example, say when I was new to a role, whether professional or personal, right? Personally, our roles are, marriage, mother, wife, etc. And professionally, the roles that you take on. So when we're new to a role, we are still wrapped in that baggage of being judgmental because we are new, right? So we are very critical about what's happening around us, the feedback that we give, the way we feel our peers, our superiors, our mentors, people we engage with are looking at us or engaging with us, right? And that's why we become critically judgmental,
True.
correct?
True.
So for example, and I'll tell you, this is an example which is pandemic related, and maybe a lot of others have spoken about it, but I'll still talk about it, right?
Sure.
How a change in context sometimes changes the whole perspective of being judgmental to compassion. So pre-pandemic, it was not easy for women to request a work from home. I myself remember when I was pregnant, and this is 2005, and I had a very difficult pregnancy, but there was not one day that I stayed at home. I would go to work, I would put my feet up, I would work late. I was in Bombay at that time, reach home at around 10:30, 11, eat a lot of junk food in office. But I felt that I did not have the permission to request for work from home because maybe it was a demon in me, right? Maybe it was but I felt that I would be judged as, she is a woman and now she wants this benefit or this extra perk, which is not really due. And it's not unfair. It's not fair to a lot of other colleagues, right? Is that an excuse? And I must also admit today that I have myself been prey to this at times when people sometimes would maybe ask me, what, I'm going through this phase. Can I take a few days off and work from wherever? And I would wonder, is that an excuse, right? Now, today, I realize that it shows a trust deficit because with the pandemic, all of us got used to you can work from remote and you can be very productive if you have that inherent trust in your team, right? And so what has happened is that compassion and the kindness in us to say, people are suffering and going through this, and perhaps it's that collective suffering that we all went through, that changed the perception a lot. So today, if anybody says, what, we want to take time off or we want to work remote, we never question it anymore. And that to me is a transition where it's not internal, but it was an external factor that helped us come together and understand. So we move from being judgmental to compassionate, right?
Absolutely.
So that's what I feel, that sometimes, like I said, with experience, you learn that. I feel today it does not have to be a transition. I feel with young people who are so well connected, who are high on emotion from day one in a new role, again, whether personal or professional, I would urge everyone to just have kindness and compassion at the root of whatever we fulfill as a role in life. That's the only way to actually not just forge ahead, but to have high productivity in whatever we do.